Good day, my fellow Americans and good people of the world. Today I'd like to address you about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the power of communities. This evening I was blessed with a wonderful opportunity of a surprise invite to a local community gathering in which community members came together to enjoy festivities of a wonderful fundraising event for a local community service that provides a unique opportunity to at-risk youth within their local communities. This particular organization has been founded by a few groups, a small group of a few people, and they have been able to over the years grow their small little organization of just community outreach into this thriving place of opportunity that provides something unique and special and absolutely necessary to the youth within their community. So the place is called Joe's Place, and it's a part of a community that I visit quite often, and I'm always blown away by the stories I hear about their contributions and their capacity to provide such a unique opportunity to the youth here. I have known children over the years who have utilized the services of Joe's Place and have benefited in extraordinary ways. Their entire lives were transformed and moved into a positive direction. And the interesting part about this is that this entire organization started very small. It was just a simple guy who had this really good idea to provide something of a service for people within the community. And he decided that what better way to bring people together in a sense of love and care and consideration and compassion than to feed them. So Joe's Place started as just a simple little trailer and providing food to those who needed a nice meal and a place to sit down and someone to conversate with. And over the years, it's grown into multiple facilities and multiple communities. And they serve, according to their update that I received tonight at the event, over 70 children every day they serve through their outreach program. And it's truly incredible. We listened to this video of the staff members who contribute their time, their effort, their energy, their love, their care, and their concern to be something kind of like almost a parent to these children who don't have as much care and structure from their actual parental units. And so listening to them and just hearing them talk with such compassion and consideration and empathy in regards to these children who they consider as part of their own family, and the love that they give in service to them is just remarkable and incredible. And then hearing stories from some of the children themselves who have benefited from the opportunities that Joe's Place provides in this awesome reach out program that gives them hot meals every day, clothing to shop through if they need to have clothes, making sure that they have hygiene supplies, giving them opportunities to get involved in their community, get involved in events and activities, take them on trips in different places that they may well have never been able to experience before, and show them the power of someone just caring about them and showing them that their life matters and there is purpose and there's meaning to every single day, and show up because we're happy that you're here. And they, of course, are a ministry program, so they extend Bible studies and they help to preach the gospel to these children to help to give them a sense of belonging and devotion to something that's bigger than themselves, so that their problems seem to become a lot smaller and easier to manage. Plus, there's a tremendous amount of life lessons that you can learn from the Bible teach you how to look at the world in such a way that is, how's the saying go? Think of yourself lightly, but the world deeply, right? And the idea of it is that there's something that's so crucial and so important to providing people with a stable grounding to look at the world with a perspective that says that, you know what, things really just aren't so bad. And look at all these great people around me who care about me, that are happy that I'm here, that are giving me advice and helping me and guiding me along the way, and giving me a sense of grounding and a basis to start building up my life with, the wonderful opportunities that are provided by this place for me to be able to expand my viewpoints of the world and get more opportunities. One of the people who works at Joe's Place got up on stage tonight and was saying, what we're doing is we're providing opportunities that are preemptive to there being an extension of homelessness. So by what they do, they're actually preventing homelessness before it ever even happens. They're giving the stability to these kids that they otherwise wouldn't have had, and it reduces the likelihood that they're going to become at-risk youth that end up making poor decisions. Another thing they said tonight was, idle hands end up getting directed in the wrong directions. So having a place like this to be able to come and recognize that it's okay to be yourself, and it's okay to do good things, and there's a place to come be and involve yourself with that's safe, and that gives you good experiences and gives you good influences in your life and leads you in a direction that will take you somewhere that you can build upon for years to come in your life. And it's incredible. The event was fantastic. It was held in these fairgrounds in the stock area where they keep all the livestock, and it was country western, get down and dirty, had to wear my cowgirl boots. It was a fun time, and there was dancing, and there was live music, an excellent band playing, and there was amazing barbecue, and so many tables, and all of these people from throughout the community all coming together just to enjoy a great time. And there was laughter, and there was singing, and there was fun, and there was entertainment, and there was, of course, auction. They auctioned off many different items that were donated by local community members and local businesses, and they silent auctioned those off, and then they had a live auction, which was highly entertaining. And the amount of money that I saw that these community members gave in service to this amazing place really just highly impressed me. It was not what I had expected. I don't know what I really thought I was expecting out of it, but I knew it was this opportunity for me to become involved with something that my presence there was helping to contribute. It paid for our ticket price to go to this place, and those funds and those proceeds went to be able to pay for this tremendously outstanding event, but then to help to pay for funds to be able to keep this place going. And this is the 4th annual one that they've done, and they can plan on continuing and doing it year after year. And I hope that they do with continued success. There were some people, they started off before they even got to the actual live auction. They were just like, who wants to donate $10,000? And people's hands went up like, absolutely, I do. And it was incredible to see that, because these people know that they are giving directly to the service of this community, and that it's going to serve these children an opportunity to give them a future that's bright and wonderful that they deserve. And for me, it was just like, I had to refrain from crying quite a few times, because it was just tears of joy, of course, that these people were so willing to give so freely and so openly and so generously to this amazing program. Some of the auctioned items were quite large. I mean, there was like a boat and things. Of course, there were some guns, which were very lovely. And the trips to go whitewater rafting, gift certificates to local community stores and restaurants and things like that. And it was just really fascinating to me to see that this place is entirely community funded. They don't get like federal grants. They don't get outside money. It's just like they have these events and then they ask people to give, on a regular basis, donate every month as like a partnership with this amazing place. But they don't get funding from outside of that. And they're able to support so many people. That money stays local. The people who donate know where that money's going. They know how it's going to benefit these children's lives. It gives them so much that they really need and they truly deserve. And so I just wanted to take a few minutes to praise such a program like this. And I would love to see more of this in communities across America. It doesn't necessarily have to be ministries, though, that's the path that they chose in terms of their structure and the organization, and is beneficial. It definitely does give a certain type of structure. I think that the same type of thing can happen without the religious context of it and still provide an absolutely vital and necessary component to helping children to recognize that they have a purpose and they have a place and they have people that love and care about them. And not necessarily only reaching out to like at-risk youth or those who may not have like a cohesive family unit that's able to provide for them, the necessary structure that they need or support system that they need in order to live a happy, thriving life. I think something like this would be incredible to be able to implement in cities across America that provides youth an opportunity of saying, like, we're going to create a way for you to be structured and based in your community. Know that your community loves you and supports you and wants to see the best for you. We're not here to tell you what to do, but we're here to tell you that you matter enough that we want to see you succeed, and we want to give you everything that we can to help to make sure you succeed. All across America, there's so many children that go hungry every single night. There's so many children that cannot afford just the basic necessities, hygiene products, clothing, new shoes when their feet grow and they can't fit into their old shoes anymore. The fact that there's so many children that don't have those sorts of things, and then we send them to school and think that they're going to have to somehow work out success amongst their peers who have these extreme advantages over them because they don't have these basic things. To me, it's a disservice to our entire nation, because we're actually like putting these people at a disadvantage and then expecting them to somehow be positive contributors and participants in society. And that's just not going to happen. If we want to see youth become the future, and for that future to be bright and thriving and full of opportunity, seeking happiness for themselves and joy, applying themselves with intention, believing in themselves and knowing that there's a future out there for them and that people actually want to help to lift them up into that opportunity and give them the best advantage in life, we need to start doing that intentionally. I want to see something like this, like Joe's Place, implemented across the nation. I want every single city, every single community to come together around their youth and support them. How's the saying go? That it takes a village to raise a child. We need to really take that approach, like, literally. Let's entire community come together and help to raise our children together in a prosperous way. Make sure that all children have food. Make sure all children have the basic necessities of life, their hygiene, their clothing, a safe place to hang out where they're not going to be pulled and led astray by, nefarious actors with bad actors with nefarious intent, or those who would lead them into thinking that their lives aren't worth building upon for a grander future. And to give kids a sense of there's more to life than social media or being on the internet all the time. These are good things in moderation, but there's so much out there in life to live, and being in those places with real people, engaging in gameplay and doing your homework with somebody who helps you to come to terms and understand what you're studying. People who will go on adventures with you, go take you hiking and let you explore Mother Nature in the realest sense, and play a board game with you, and just really interact with you in like a true sense of like, I care about you because you are the future and I want to see you succeed, because I know that, in 10 years, you're going to come up into, maturity, and you're going to be the person that the community looks to fulfill roles that we need somebody to be in service to do. And if we can make sure that you have the best opportunity and the best outlook, the most positive outlook, instead of thinking like, I got the S end of the stick and, nobody cares about me and I'm just left off to the wayside, and then think that child is going to be a positive contributor to society, that's setting ourselves up for failure thinking that, because that's literally an impossible task. We need to give them the best support and be like, you are loved, you are cherished, you're cared about, you are understood, we are responsible for your care, and because we want you to be a responsible adult one day. And you have places to go to be your true self and express yourself without oppressions of outside forces trying to tell you what to do, what to think, what to feel, who to be, or try to discriminate against you. That was another thing that happened tonight, which was absolutely tragic. I mean, it was like the total opposite side of the spectrum here of having this wonderful, amazing event, and then another event in the fairgrounds as well, happening in a different location, was a pride event. And it was wonderful when we first arrived. Saw them all out there having fun, dancing, and just being true to who they are and expressing themselves. And it was just love and joy and happiness. It looked like a really good time. And by the time I ended up leaving for the evening, there were protesters standing outside, speaking through microphones, disturbing their peace of, their sense of like involvement with, a crowd of like-minded individuals who were just there to have fun and just to be together in a sense of community. And these outsiders who opposed their view of life and their approach to life were berating them with, speaking to them, reading from the Bible, telling them that, you're a sinner for being a person. And, coming from another side of, the ministry, which is like love and respect and appreciation for everybody. And then an, totally skewed version of religiosology that tried to make these people feel insignificant or inferior. And to me, it's just like, what a different approach to things. One is speaking of peace and love and acceptance and empowerment of the individual, and the other one is like berating, belittling, and disrespecting, and trying to make it seem like if I beat you down and shrink you down to size enough, then you'll finally give over and then stop being true to who you are and bend to my will, sort of thing. Which is a nasty version of religion, which, the Bible verses that the person was reading was actually like, well, if you read a couple more verses down from that, it actually like nullifies everything you said that these people don't belong. So, to me, it was just like, there's obviously a fine line between like extreme versions of religion and then the type where it's like a true ministry. It's like these children that go to Joe's Place are not shoved down their throats with this stuff. It's like, we're just giving you building blocks so that you can help to make sure you're living a happy, healthy, thriving life. We're giving you guidelines and stories and parables and, a witness of what it's like to live a life in service to others, and what it's like to live in gratitude and love for everybody, and respect and appreciation, and how that will gain benefits in your life, not just for your human experience, but for the experience of others. Beautiful, inclusive, inviting, heartwarming, like sense of good humanity in that type of ministry, opposed to the other side, which was just like, these people were, screaming at these other people, disrupting their music and their fun and their entertainment and their sense of belonging community by speaking over a loudspeaker and, to try to drown out their festivities and their joy and elation. And it's like telling them, this is my free speech right to yell at you across this fence, and I will not be silenced. And it's just like, freedom of speech does not mean freedom to be an asshole. Okay? I respected that person speaking their mind because they honestly believe that they were trying to save those people's lives for eternity, because that's how they have viewed the world. But to me, it's like, these people don't go to that person's church and scream in microphones to drown out their church service, telling them that, you must bend to my will and be who I say you need to be. Like, they don't do that. Like, what a disrespect to another human being. Like, I don't think that was right in any way. Like, freedom of speech should be your right to be who you are as you are. Say your thoughts and opinions. If you don't like that there are people who have made those life choices, that's fine. Speak upon it to yourself and to your friends, to reiterate for yourself, like, that is how I think and feel. But that doesn't give you a right to go in to destroy the lives of others in order for you to feel like you got to gain over them. Like, their lives are entirely their own, and it's not your responsibility to tell them how to think, what to feel, what to do. That's for them to discover for themselves. And it would be, much more palatable for them if you weren't berating them and belittling them and making them feel stupid and insignificant and unwelcome. If you wanted to truly save them, you would bring them into the full meridian light of love, respect, and appreciation. And then maybe they would actually attune their ears to what you're saying and be more receptive to it, because maybe they have never had the opportunity to be able to find religion in their life as a basis of identity as well. That doesn't mean that it discounts who they are as, the members of the Pride community. They can continue to be members of the Pride community. Maybe they would be able to actually enrich their lives further by being able to adopt, a sense of ministries in their life as well. But maybe then again, they don't. And they should have the right to be able to do that and express themselves without these people coming in and destroying the sense of peace, in disrupting the peace for these people in this place. So it was just like, what an interesting night that I was able to see this beautiful, wonderful, thriving community outreach of these people that were fostering good humanity and well-being and providing a vital and necessary service to their community, and all the community members coming in and pitching in hands and joining in jubilation to celebrate this wonderful chance that they have to come and be together and to be able to give back. Contrasted with these people who decided that they wanted to destroy the joy and elation that these other people were experiencing in their own form of celebration of who they are and how they want to choose to express themselves in the world and be, and who they feel they are inside and how they want to identify and express that. And so to me, it was just such an interesting, dichotomy between those two. And from the perspective of somebody who was just by happenstance invited into this unique event and seeing these things unfold in the different senses that they gave me, like, I wanted to step up in front of those people that were speaking out against these Pride members who were just in joy and love and celebration. I wanted to speak out against those people and tell them, like, maybe you should go to Joe's Place and listen to their ministry, because everything that they're saying is like, peace and love and acceptance and building up confidence in people and giving them a sense of belonging and place and a sense of identifying their personhood and respecting that, and giving them opportunities to find peace and love and joy in their own hearts and their lives so that they can give back to others. Maybe those people would better spend their time, effort, energy, breath doing that type of ministry. They would probably get more out of it. What's the saying? You get more bees with honey, sort of thing. So with that, I really wish there was a way to get more people to support Joe's Place and to give back to them and to spread the word. And I wish that there was more ways that we could be able to bring these types of community service places together. Again, like I said, I don't think that a religious space would be the appropriate direction from a government standpoint to build something like this out in every community, but I think that based and structured off of just good humanity and wanting to make sure that children prosper, thrive, and grow, and that communities like involve in fostering, you know, the development of children and their growth and their endeavors for success and in self-discovery and a sense of, you know, peaceful relationships with others and being at peace with themselves despite the fact that there's many challenges in the world. Like, coming together in that way for people would be such a significant investment in our future. It would be what we need to provide for ourselves and for others in order for us to be able to come together in a sense of peace and unity. And so with that, I'm really grateful for your valuable time and attention, spending this few moments with me so I can reminisce on this fantastic night that I had and this wonderful experience of discovering this fantastic place that I really hope that I can see more of and potentially help to build out more of, and bring America into a sense of like, why don't we have more Joe's places across America? Imagine the future what we'd have if we did something like that. Imagine how great America would be if we really invested in our youth. Imagine how wonderful our communities would be, how interwoven and interlocked we would be in a sense of bonded unity with one another. Like, we're all here to foster the next generation's growth and development. Like, I think that we would do incredible things, and I think that we'd have a lot more peace, acceptance, tolerance, unity, love, understanding, compassion, empathy, you know, all the good stuff of good humanity just naturally come out of such a establishment that we could create very easily, and it wouldn't take very much to do, and we could get everybody involved and their, you know, positive contribution and involvement in it and their volunteer work, and that could go a long way to help to foster a much more fantastic future for America than we have right now. So that's the vision that I'm working on tonight, is to see how that might be able to be added into the gateway city of cities, to be able to include places like Joe's Place, to help to be able to foster a wonderful future for our children. And with that, I thank you for your valuable time and attention. Until next time, be well.